Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. On this occasion, we're once again going to discuss several leaks that I've managed to find and that I think are quite interesting to talk about. As usual, this information comes from sources that are considered fairly credible. But before we get into the discussion, running out of stellar jade in Honkai starrail? Don't worry, there's a more budget-friendly solution. Now you can top up in-game safely, quickly, and at a lower price through U7 Buy. And it's not just Honkai starrail, other games are available too, all in one place. Still not sure? No problem. You can check U7 Buy's reviews directly on Trustpilot, so it's transparent and trustworthy. For comparison, 80 oniric shards cost around $100 in the official store, but on U7 Buy, it's much cheaper. The process is also instant. Just select your server, enter your UID, and the balance is delivered straight to your account, no hassle. Don't forget to use code BOOM for a 5% discount. Click the link in my description or pinned comment to visit U7 Buy. Alright, now let's move on to the main topic of today's discussion. In the previous discussion, we covered quite thoroughly all the characters featured in the beta version 4.2, ranging from new characters like Silverwolf 999, Evanescia, and EMC, to older characters who received the Nova Flare buff such as Seal, Firefly, Yaoguang, and Welt. For those of you who haven't had the chance to follow that discussion, I highly recommend watching it. In this video, our main focus is reviewing the performance of Silverwolf 999 and Evanescia in Beta 4.2 version V1, based on evaluations from Hershers of Sentience, or HOS for short. For those unfamiliar, HOS is a veteran who consistently shares in-depth analysis through their YouTube channel. With that level of experience and track record, their opinions can be considered fairly credible and worth taking into account. Let's begin. Recently, HOS shared an early review of the meta condition in Beta 4.2 V1, highlighting two key points that are quite interesting to explore further. The first point concerns the performance of two team compositions that turn out to have very similar results, especially at Eidolon 0. However, it's important to note that both teams are sustainless, meaning they don't use sustain characters like Yaoguang or Dongheng PT. The first team consists of Silverwolf 999, yaoguang, sparkle, and sparxie, where Silverwolf 999 acts as the main DPS. Meanwhile, the second team consists of EMC, yaoguang, sparkle, and sparxie, with sparxie taking the role of main DPS. If we look closely, both teams have identical compositions. The main difference lies in Silverwolf 999 being replaced by EMC, and the main DPS role shifting from Silverwolf 999 to sparxie. According to HOS, the performance of these two teams is very similar in practice. This means that even if you don't use Silverwolf 999 as the main DPS and instead replace her with EMC while maximizing sparxie as the main DPS, the resulting performance remains competitive and comparable. This is quite a significant point, as it indirectly shows that players can save one limited 5-star slot without sacrificing much performance. From this, an interesting conclusion emerges. Silverwolf 999 appears to be highly dependent on sparxie to reach optimal performance. On the other hand, sparxie does not always need Silverwolf 999 to perform at her best. This situation is reminiscent of the old debate between Castor Ice and Evernight, where Evernight also doesn't always require Castor Ice. However, keep in mind that this discussion is within the context of sustainless teams. If one slot is replaced with a sustained character, the performance results would certainly differ. The second point discussed by HOS concerns DPS performance comparison at Eidolon 2. The question is, who performs best among Silverwolf 999, Evanescia, and even sparxie? According to HOS, sparxie is currently the only DPS who gains a very significant multiplier increase at E2. Not only that, She also has arguably the most complete team composition compared to the other two characters. She has strong support in terms of damage amplification, SP management, energy regeneration, and most importantly, action advance mechanics. This action advance can be obtained through Sparkle, allowing Sparxie to take turns more consistently. Additionally, if you use a sustain character, Huohuo becomes a very attractive option due to her ability to restore energy, especially for charging Yaoguang's ultimate. This can indirectly grant extra turns for Sparxie. The context here is Sparxie at E2, where she gains an extra turn when using her elation skill. So why aren't Silverwolf 999 or Evanescia the strongest at E2? According to HOS's analysis, Silverwolf 999 currently has limitations in team flexibility. She is heavily tied to Sparxie and often lacks room to include supports with action advance capabilities, which she actually needs. Additionally, her rotation is relatively slow, and her only form of forward advance comes from her ultimate. Meanwhile, Evanescia faces a different issue. Although she gains a significant multiplier increase at E1, she currently lacks a truly synergistic team composition. Most of her damage comes from her ultimate, so she heavily relies on energy sources or certified bangers to maximize her potential. The problem is, she doesn't synergize well with Sparxie, who is a punchline generator. From this, we can see that both Silverwolf 999 and Evanescia are still in a developmental stage. Neither has a fully optimal team yet, and both still have gaps in synergy. On the other hand, Sparxie is already supported by a solid team composition, especially with the presence of 3 elation-based characters. However, this situation is quite normal, considering that Silverwolf 999 and Evanescia are newly introduced characters in the beta. There is a strong possibility that future characters will help address their shortcomings, especially for Silverwolf 999, who is an anniversary character and will likely receive additional support in upcoming patches. In addition to the analysis, HOS also answered several interesting questions from the community. The first question asked whether yaoguang synergizes with Evanescia. HOS replied that yaoguang is indeed not the best for Evanescia. When asked why, whether due to low elation multipliers from Evanescia or her kit direction, HOS explained that Evanescia is different from other elation characters. The main bulk of her damage comes from her ultimate, so she needs energy or certified bangers for that. Meanwhile, yaoguang doesn't really excel in providing those. While her extra aha instant can provide some certified bangers, it takes 3 to 4 turns to set up. This is quite different from the synergy seen between Castor Ice and Hyacinth. The second question was whether Sparkle can be replaced by EMC in a sustain team. HOS stated that if Sparkle is still at E0S0, then EMC can be an alternative. However, if Sparkle has reached E2S1, her position remains difficult to replace. That said, HOS also suggested waiting until version V5. The third question was about gacha priority recommendations. For Sparxie and yaoguang, HOS advised prioritizing Sparxie's signature weapon first, then E2 Sparxie, followed by yaoguang's signature and E1 yaoguang. In short, prioritize vertical investment into Sparxie first before yaoguang. For Silverwolf 999, the recommendation is to get her signature weapon first, or possibly go straight to E2 without it, then complete E2S1 afterward. Meanwhile, for Evanescia, it is recommended to get E1 first, followed by her signature weapon and then E2. The final question asked who is currently stronger between Silverwolf 999 and Evanescia. HOS's answer was quite clear. Silverwolf 999 is currently in the stronger position. So to summarize their current performance, Silverwolf 999 is currently stronger. She can deliver consistent damage but lacks team flexibility due to her heavy reliance on Sparxie and limited access to action advance. Meanwhile, Evanescia is still in an unfinished stage. Her damage potential is high, especially with Eidolon scaling, but she still lacks a truly synergistic team, particularly in terms of energy support and mechanics that enhance her ultimate. Alright, that concludes our discussion for this video. What do you think about the performance of these two characters in Beta 4.2 V1? Does it meet your expectations, or does it still feel underwhelming? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'm very interested in hearing your perspectives. Don't forget to share this information with fellow Honkai starrail players so they can also stay updated on the latest meta developments. Your support through likes and subscriptions means a lot for the growth of this channel and helps me continue creating more informative content in the future. Thank you for your attention, and see you in the next discussion.